Happy July 11th, that is. I know it's been 2.5 weeks since I made a video. We're in Fort Wentworth, Georgia this morning, just outside Savannah. We were here at the beginning of June. Haven't really been too many new places the past 2.5 weeks. I mean, I've been getting some new counties, but like haven't gone to any states I haven't been to before. I haven't felt like there was anything I really wanted to talk about. So yeah, I just didn't have much of an incentive to make any new videos. But we got a good load for the next couple days. We're picking up a short distance from here, and then heading all the way to Fulton, Missouri. So that'll take a couple days. We'll deliver there Wednesday morning. Didn't get to do a whole lot yesterday. I delivered close to here early in the morning and then went to Mass nearby. Really grateful that I was able to find a Catholic church so close to where I was delivering here in this Protestant supermajority part of the country where Catholic churches are so few and far between. Well, it's almost time to head out of here, so let's get going. So there was kind of another reason I haven't been making videos for the past 2.5 weeks, besides just not going to any new states, not feeling like there was anything I wanted to talk about. In my last video, I told you about how at the beginning of that week in Illinois, I took what should have been obviously bad advice from my GPS and went down a road I shouldn't have gone down, got stuck in a ditch, and had to get towed out of it. And less than a week later, kind of the same thing happened again. I was going to pick up a load of Bush's baked beans in Danridge, Tennessee, and on the way to their facility, there is a brand new stretch of US 411 that hasn't been added to either of my GPS maps. So they were taking me on the old stretch of 411, and when the old stretch merged with the new part, both my GPSs thought it was just a continuation of the same road, so neither of them told me that I needed to turn left. And so I continued straight onto the road, even though it was marked dead end, because I thought, oh, neither of my GPSs are telling me to turn, so the shepherd must be down this road even though it's marked dead end. And the same thing that happened to me Monday of that week happened again, and I felt terrible, felt like this isn't the job for me, really questioned whether I should even try to do it any longer. Seriously contemplated just quitting right then and there. So I've been doing a lot of just find amusing. I know the county is named after some person, and I find it odd that any person or family would want their last name to be Butts, but that's none of my business. There's one thing about Butts County that's even less funny than its name. It's that Georgia's execution chamber is located here. Now, I know the church's current position against the death penalty is not doctrinal. Catholics are free to disagree with it.
In 1.5 miles, take GA 36 Jackson.
But I just can't wrap my head around how anyone can justify the death penalty in our country in these times when clearly we have the means to ensure that violent criminals can't escape from prison. We can prevent them from reoffending. So if that being the case, there's just no denying what Pope Francis has said time and time again, that the death penalty is, excepting really cases of grave necessity, which we don't have here in these times, it's an offense against human dignity. And it denies offenders the opportunity.
In a half mile, take GA 36 Jackson, and then turn left in 0.3 miles.
It denies offenders the opportunity for rehabilitation and to seek mercy.
In a quarter mile, take GA 36 Jackson, and then turn left in 0.3 miles.
Especially here in the year of mercy, we need to remember that no one is beyond God's mercy, even those
In a quarter mile, turn left on GA 36.
So if it were up to me, there would be no more death penalty in this country. No buts about it. The Divine Office app didn't provide audio for today's morning prayer, the Feast of St. Benedict. So I'm just going to say that now before I get going. I just took about an hour and a half break, showering, having lunch. And I really just want to get back on the road, but God has to come first, so even though I would much rather just get going, I'm going to take the time to say morning prayer here, even though it's a little past the time when I would normally say it. Just offer that as part of my sacrifice this day. And really, we've got plenty of time. I've only got about 4 more hours to drive if I don't hit traffic. We get to where I'm planning to stay tonight. First, I thought I was going to spend tonight at the Pilot in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, but then I realized that that's in Rutherford County, which I set foot in to make a delivery 2 weeks ago. So I wanted to get a new county out of where I'm stopping for the night, so we're going to stop a little bit short of that in Coffee County, Tennessee. We're past Atlanta now, on I-75 North, heading toward Tennessee, where we're going to spend the night. Some exciting family news. My nephew's baptism has been scheduled. I was getting kind of impatient waiting for it to be scheduled, but it's going to happen now. Scheduled for October 2nd. It was initially scheduled for late August, but they had to push it back because there was only one reception venue that my brother and sister-in-law could afford, and it was already booked for that day. First weekend that they were going to have it in August, I was hoping it would be that weekend because I had already requested time off to be home that weekend so that I could go to doctor and dentist appointments that I had scheduled for the following Monday. But I'll still go home that weekend because obviously I don't want to change the appointments. And it'll be nice to get a little family time. It's something that I usually take for granted when I'm home a lot. But I'm going to make the most of it now that it's not something that happens all the time. Probably take my parents out for a nice lunch or dinner. In addition to all the money I've been making out on the road, I've also been renting out my car using the Turo app because I haven't been using it at all since I've been out here. And my dad has been instrumental in making that possible because he always makes sure that the car is ready for the next renter. He puts gas in it if it doesn't get returned with a full tank. He changes the lockbox combination between each renter so that past renters can't come and take the car without scheduling a new rental. Currently, I have no plans to go home until that final weekend of August. It's been almost a whole month since I've even been in Pennsylvania. Last time I was there was June 12th and made a delivery and another pickup in York. And haven't been in
Construction
Pennsylvania
ahead.
or any other northeastern state since. I've been through Ohio, West Virginia, and Virginia a few times, and that's the closest I've been to the Northeast in the past month. And I'm very grateful for that because driving in the Northeast is usually pretty bad compared to the rest of the country. It's not because I haven't had to deal with any traffic. I've had to take 294 around Chicago several times. Traffic has been pretty bad there some of those times. But I'm grateful that I've been able to stay out of the Northeast and get a decent number of new counties, even though I haven't been to any new states or gone far beyond the places I've already been. It'd be nice if they'd send me out west. I'll be delivering this load in a good spot in central Missouri where they could easily send me somewhere south or west where I haven't already been. But God's will be done. At this point, I'm really more excited to move on to whatever God might be calling me to do next. I'm really not getting as much joy out of trucking and seeing new parts of the country as I thought I would, but I'm still getting some joy out of it. I'm at the I-24 truck plaza off exit 114. I made pretty good time today, and tomorrow should be pretty easy. Just gonna stop along the way at the Edwardsville, Illinois Schneider Terminal and do laundry there and do the quarterly online training that they make all drivers do. Kind of an annoying thing is like this, it's like the same stuff every time. Like we've already done these trainings, but they make us do them every 3 months. And like one of them is like a harassment training, like stuff that should be common sense to most people, but like for liability reasons they have to make us do it every few months. So gonna get that out of the way tomorrow, and then from there I'll go to a truck stop in Missouri, just a few miles from my delivery. Gonna head inside here now, have dinner, and then there's a Starbucks down the street, so I'll head over there to use their Wi-Fi, edit and upload this video. And I'm not sure when I'll record another video, because I don't know where I'll be going next, or when I'll have something that I feel like talking about, but whenever I record again, until next time, please keep me in your prayers, and I'll keep you in mind. God bless.